Dear students, today we'll study about refraction of light. Refraction of light. What is refraction? Actually, it's the bend of light when it moves from one medium to other. So, how do you feel it? Sometimes you might have observed, suppose there is a glass of water. There is a glass of water. You might have seen when you put a coin inside this, and when you look it from here, you see the coin looks little above than this. This coin A is found at B, means looks higher real when it is. Also you can see when you put a pencil in a bucket or in a glass of water, if you put a pencil in this, what you will observe is it looks bent like this. Means this top of this pencil is found to be here. So either a coil looks higher or a pencil looks bent. So what is that phenomenon which is used here? That is called refraction of light. These two questions I'll discuss at the last once I tell about what is that refraction of light. So let's write its definition. The refraction of light is, it is the phenomenon in which or of change in the path of light when it moves from one medium to other medium. Like suppose there is a piece of glass slab ABCD. This is your air. Now a ray of light falls on this. Now if I draw a normal here, instead of going straight, it will bend towards the normal. It will not go straight. It will come closer to this. So when a ray of light going from air to means rarer medium to denser medium, this is called rarer medium, this is denser medium. So when a ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Similarly, if there is a piece of glass or water here, I can say this is full of water. When a ray goes from, this is your air, this is your denser medium. When a ray of light goes from denser to rarer medium, instead of going straight, it will bend away from normal. Look at here. The ray coming from air to glass means rarer to denser, This is lighter, this is heavier. Then it bends towards the normal. When it goes from denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. These two main points we will be discussing here. So you can write when a ray of light passes from rarer medium to, here rarer is air, to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Towards the normal. Second, when a ray of light passes from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from normal. Away from normal. Okay. Now what we'll do is, we'll do one activity. The question will be, so one activity when a ray of light passes from air to glass. So what activity we'll do here is simple. We'll take a glass slab. So we'll take a piece of glass, rectangular glass slab. Suppose it is ABCD. Now let this is a ray of light coming from a source. This is your incident ray PQ. Now here you draw a normal. Draw a normal. Ray of light coming from, this is your air, this is your plus. Okay. So if I just extend it, what you do is you put two pins here. Suppose X and Y are the places where you put two pins. Look at this glass, put two pins here, join this line to this. Okay, now what you see is, look at the other side. Let me complete this, this will make you clear. Look at other side, put another two pins. Suppose this is ST, such that all these four remain in a straight line. So how to find that? So this will not be visible here. it will be somewhere visible here. So that pin we are going to put here, because when you look in the class, this pin will be somewhere visible here. Okay, now let's join this. This is suppose LM. Now again you find these are the two pins now. Now join this here. Draw a normal here. So we'll find these two pins. These two pins will be finding somewhere here. Okay. If there would not be any piece of glass, the ray would have passed straight. But first it came from air to glass. That means it came from rarer medium to denser medium. It is bending towards the normal. Again it is passing from denser to rarer medium. It is bending, instead of going straight, it is bending away from the normal. Now this will be called as angle of incidence I. This will be called angle of refraction R. And also this angle will be same, alternate angles are equal, and this is some different angle here, that is E. So we find that PQ is the incident ray, PQ is the incident ray, and I angle of incidence, and incidence angle is always with normal. Then R angle of refraction, E angle of emergence, means it comes out. So what you find here is angle of incidence, angle of refraction, angle of emergence, and look at, if the ray PQ now is gone in the direction of LM here, so the incident ray has come out as LM, means there is a change in the direction of path. So this distance will be calling as, suppose this is ST, this is called lateral displacement. ST means lateral displacement. ST name I am given, you can give any other number here. So that is the distance between perpendicular distance, between the actual incident ray and emergent ray, this distance now. So we conclude here, when a ray of light falling on one medium to another medium, it changes the direction of path. Okay, now from here we are going to write down a law on this. the law will be, that is called Snell's law. Snell's law, that is first law is incident ray refracted ray and the normal lie on the same plane. Then sine of angle of incidence by sin r, sin I by sin r will get a constant value. This constant is sine of angle of incidence, sine of angle of refraction, the value which you will get will be a constant. That is constant means refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium. Okay, now if I write there was a piece of glass, this is your angle of incidence, I, this is R. So sine I, sine of I angle by sine of R angle. Constant means n21 you have to write. What is n21? Now refractive index of medium 2. This is medium 2. This is medium 1. Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So that is called. Then what is called refractive index? Then let's write down. The refractive index is the ability of the medium for bending the light Achha. Now here is a question. What are the characteristics of refractive index? Characteristics of refractive index. Characteristics of refractive index. So first characteristics is it doesn't depend upon the value of angle of incidence. Angle of incidence means what? Try to understand this point. The characteristics of refractive index is it doesn't depend upon the value of angle of incidence. Let's take two examples here. Suppose a ray of light falling here with angle of 30 degree. Then you are getting some R here. Some R. Actually, it will bend. Bend means instead of going straight, it will bend this side. Okay, now if I change it to 45 degrees, suppose, then instead of going straight, it will again bend here. Means if this angle is increasing, correspondingly this angle also is increasing. That is why the refractive index will remain same. Means whatever angle of incidence is here, the refractive index of this glass will not change. This will remain same. Whatever medium it is passing is not depending upon the angle of incidence. Whatever it may be, it is not depending upon that. That means in first case, what is sine I by sine R, and second case also that will be same for different angle of incidence. This will remain same for different angle of incidence. Then, but it depends upon the substance of two media. Second point is refractive index depends upon the substances of two media. Two media means if this is a first case, this is angle of incidence, this is I, this is air, this is glass. But the same thing, same angle of incidence, but this is another water here, and this is glass. Here the refractive index of glass will be different because the media is changed. It changed from air to water. So the refractive index of this glass, when it comes from air to glass, is different to refractive index of this glass when it comes from water to glass. So it depends upon the media. So it doesn't depend upon the angle of incidence. Now, if I take third one is, I can write refractive index of glass with respect to air, means like this. What is the refractive index here? Now N21. N21 means refractive index of glass with respect to air. I have taken as N21. Then refractive index of glass with respect to air. Refractive index of glass or air with respect to WRT with respect to glass means it is just opposite. The ray will go, this is air, this is glass. The refractive index of air with respect to glass, that is N12, means refractive index of second medium. What is second medium here? Is 1. First medium is glass. What is refractive index of glass here? No, that is first medium is air, second medium is glass. So this is N12, this is N21. So what is the relation between them? The relation is N21 sin I by sin R. Sin I by sin R. Then N12 ulta sin, because for this will be angle of incidence, this will be the angle of refraction. So sin R by sin I means this is reciprocal. So reciprocal means we can write N21 is 1 upon N12. Why? Now this is reciprocal form. Or I can write N21 into N12, the value is 1. This will be using in the problems when we will solve on this. Okay. Then comes up refractive index. This was the refractive index in terms of angle of incidence and refraction. Now we discuss refractive index in terms of the velocity of light. Refractive index in terms of velocity of light means, suppose a ray is coming from air, its velocity is v1. When it passes to glass, the velocity changes. This is suppose v2. So what will be the refractive index here? That will be speed of the light N21. N21 means refractive index of 2 with respect to 1. That is velocity of light in medium 1 divided by velocity of light in medium 2. So I can write here, so N21 equals to V1 by V2. This also you have to remember in terms of velocity. If I make it air as vacuum, then it becomes the absolute refractive index. So if I write absolute refractive index, absolute refractive index means this is the medium, this is your vacuum, means the light is coming from vacuum to a medium. So that will be absolute refractive index is refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum. So in the vacuum the speed of light is c. So in the vacuum the speed of light is, or the velocity of light is c. In vacuum the velocity of light is c meter per second. Let the velocity of light in the medium equals to v. Therefore N21 means this is vacuum, this is any medium, that is c by v. This also we have to remember. Okay, then comes up so let's derive one relation here. Let's consider two mediums. This is medium 1. This is medium 2. Suppose this is water, this is glass. Medium 1, medium 2. Now, suppose N1 is the refractive index of medium 1, with respect to vacuum. N2 refractive you continue and the velocity of ray is suppose v1. N2 is the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to vacuum, and its velocity and the velocity of ray is suppose v2. So N1 what shall I write? because I have taken N1. Try to understand. N1 means this is medium 1, this is vacuum here. So N1 will be, its velocity is c, its velocity is v1. So N1 will be c by v1. Similarly, if I take, again there is medium 2, this is vacuum here, it is c, this is v2. So N2 c by v2, c by v2. So what is then N1 by N2, or you can find out from here, V1 equals to C by N1, equation number 1. I have found V1, interchanging the place, alternating. N2 is here, V2 equals to C by N2. Now what is N21? Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1. What will be N21? Now we know it is V1 by V2. Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1. That is V1 by V2, already I have discussed. So that will give you V1 is C by N1 divided by C by N2. So N21 equals to C cancel, this will go off, N2 by N1. So N21 is refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1 equals to refractive index of medium 2 divided by refractive index of medium 1. Okay, today we'll discuss, tomorrow we'll study about the problems based on this.